Understanding locally raised meat, a guide for English learners. Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into an interesting phrase that you might come across in restaurants, grocery stores, or when talking about sustainable eating: locally raised meat. It's a term that tells us a lot about where and how the meat was produced, and it's becoming increasingly important in conversations about food quality and environmental impact. Let's explore what this phrase really means and why it matters. First, let's break down the phrase into two parts: locally raised and meat. Meat refers to the flesh of animals that we eat, such as beef from cows, pork from pigs, or chicken from, well, chickens. The term locally raised is a bit more complex. It combines locally, which means in the local area or nearby, with raised, referring to how the animals were grown or brought up. So, locally raised meat refers to meat from animals that have been raised in the local area or nearby the point of sale or consumption. Now, let's delve into why people might prefer locally raised meat. 1. Environmental benefits. Transporting meat over long distances can contribute to carbon emissions. When meat is raised locally, it usually travels shorter distances to get to your plate, which can reduce its carbon footprint. 2. Supporting local economies. Buying locally raised meat can help support local farmers and the local economy, ensuring that your money stays within your community. 3. Quality and freshness. Locally raised meat is often perceived to be fresher and of higher quality. This is because it spends less time in transit and is less likely to need preservatives to keep it fresh. 4. Transparency. When you buy locally raised meat, you often have more opportunities to learn about how the animals were raised, what they were fed, and whether any hormones or antibiotics were used. This transparency can be important for consumers who are concerned about animal welfare and food safety. While locally raised meat has its benefits, there are also challenges and considerations. Availability. Depending on where you live, locally raised meat might not be as readily available. This can be a challenge for people in urban areas or regions where agriculture is limited. Cost. Locally raised meat can sometimes be more expensive than meat produced by larger, industrial farms. This is due to the higher costs associated with smaller-scale farming practices and the premium placed on quality and sustainability. Seasonality. Just like fruits and vegetables, the availability of certain types of locally raised meat might vary by season, especially in areas with distinct seasonal changes. Understanding the phrase, locally raised meat, enriches our knowledge of food sourcing and its impact on our health, community, and the planet. Whether you're shopping for groceries, dining out, or discussing food sustainability, this term is a valuable addition to your English vocabulary. We hope this video has been informative and helpful. Remember, every little bit of knowledge helps us make more informed choices. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.